Hey guys, what's up? On this video, I'm gonna be ranking out the Predator perks on Predator Hunting Grounds. First one we got is Adrenal Boost. Probably around like B tier. It's like okay. That's pretty much it. It's not bad, but it's not that good. It doesn't really help you in a lot of situations. It's not gonna really assist you a lot in a match which you're like against a good fighting. Only if you are using, for example, a class that has very low stamina, so it can like deal with that problem. It's gonna make the class more mobile. But it just might be better to just not use a class to have low stamina in the first place. If it's better to just not use class to have a very bad stat, which you can minimize with certain perks. Like if the class has low HP, low stamina, low energy, there are certain perks that can kind of solve that issue. But still, you're sacrificing one perk slot to fix a stat problem with the class instead of just using a class that doesn't have that problem in the first place. The only situation where I think that, like in a Predator build, which this was actually very useful, was in my Elder Stalker back in the day. But it was mainly because Elder was the only class that had very high energy and Stalker specialization, like in 2021. After the classes like Bionic and Scar came out, that was not necessary anymore. So in that situation, I would have to use Adrenal in order to be able to maximize my Elder build, which I needed to be. I needed more stamina to be more mobile. It helped me to be able to get the damage buff from Stalker. So specifically, like in the Elder build that I had back then, it was very useful. I prioritized having Adrenal over S-tier perks. But it was very like in a specific situation which I was using a specific build with the Elder. But for most classes, either it's just not enough to make up for how bad the class is overall with low stamina, or in the classes that they have already good amount of stamina, they don't really need Adrenal boost, or it just might be better to just use another perk. Like even if you want, oh, but I like to leap more, I just like to jump more as a Predator. Sure, it can be fun, you can feel more mobile, but it's still gonna limit you in there like just better options. Next one, you have I think it's like called Ascender. It's just shit. Like, you can climb trees faster, I think, with this. Actually, climbing trees in this game is not the optional. Like, it locks you into animation, and the fighting can just shoot you and kill you while climbing the tree. What you're supposed to do in the game to be able to use trees better, you just leap directly into the branches. That's what I do. That's what most people should do, because climbing trees in this game is not good as a Predator at all. Like, even if you do it faster, it's just like a waste. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be trying to judge perks not only how good they are, but also the ammo like trade-off by how much they cost. And even though like Ascended only also Branch Master, like these three perks, they're just bad. Like, just use something else. Even if you only have like 1 point left, just use something for energy. Use like the energy ones or whatever. These ones are just not good. Like increased movement in the trees is just really, I mean, it doesn't really help that much. There's just much better options. They won't make that much difference. Climbing tree faster, like I said, you're not supposed to climb trees even in the first place. Like, don't waste time climbing trees. Just jump directly into the branches. It's easier. Just get into the branch right away. You don't have to go to the animation where the fighting can just shoot you while you're locked into the animation. Just overall, like the worst options that you can use in this game. This one, I forgot the name. I think it's the one that it changes like the blood, like how much blood you lose as a Predator, like the blood intervals. Maybe like D tier, like if maybe like in a night map where you're dealing with a fighting that is trying to chase you around, not bleeding so often can help you a little bit, but it's just like there's just so much better stuff that you can use that this doesn't really make that much difference. Cooling sinks, you want that you can recover 40 energy overload faster. Maybe like C tier. If a class already has like a lower recovery from the overload, you can get the energy back really fast. But I don't know, I think that like in regards to energy perks, it's just better to use a class that doesn't have low energy. And they're just better options, like recovering fast for the energy overload. Energy overloading is a problem because it exposes you to the fighting. It exposes your location because it makes noise, it makes you decloak. So like just you should never try, you always try to not overload in the first place. Maybe if you're like trading the overload for like a kill or a down, and that's one thing, but still like, just not very good. Next one, Detail Lens. Detail Lens in day maps is like a S tier perk. It's very useful because decreases the visibility of the Plasma Caster laser, so you can just charge freely to the Plasma Caster right in front of the fighting and they won't be able to see. And the Plasma Caster is one of the Predator's best weapons in the game, so it's very useful. However, it doesn't work in night maps, and night maps are a thing, so I would just place this in A tier, just because it's only good on day maps, and in night maps they just don't work at all because the laser stays very visible. But it's like overall very good perk. Like if you're playing like only day maps, it's at S tier. But because of the in night maps it doesn't work. That's the only reason why I'm putting this on A tier. Because in like comparing to the other ones I'm gonna place on S tier, they're not gonna be like good regardless of the which map, like which type of match, which type of map you're playing. Downrange S tier. Ranged weapons are overall the best option for the Predator to use in this game, because the closer you are to the fighting, the easier it is for them to damage you and auto damage you most of the time. So usually the best approach as a Predator in this game is to use ranged weapons to play from far, to be more sneaky, because from far the fighting has less chance of out damaging you. So if you can do more damage with the ranged weapons, which they tend to do more damage than the melee ones, it's better. So just more damage from ranged weapons, the better. Energy cell, maybe I would say, I think maybe just in C. Having more energy is good, but I just that the amount of points that this costs is like the why it's gonna be on C. If it didn't cost 4 points, it could be like on B tier, or maybe it can be like between. I mean, this and Cooling Sinks, they are like around the same level, but I mean, I think that okay, maybe B tier. It can be on B tier just because I would say like comparing to like Cooling Sinks, having more energy on certain classes can make more of a difference. It's gonna take you longer. Oh yeah, but also it comes with a problem is that the amount of time that it takes for you to recover from the energy overload is proportional to your energy in a lot of classes, and energy cells affect this. So you might have more energy, but if you energy overload, you're gonna take longer to be able to recover from this. So like if you want like a lot of energy cell can give you, it gives like I think 40% more energy. However, it takes longer for you to recover because it's like you're gonna increase your energy bar, it's gonna increase the energy amount. So it messes up, it gives you more energy. However, it's gonna take longer for you to recover from this energy. Yeah, so I would say still Adrenal Boost is gonna be a little bit better, just because Adrenal Boost literally saves the classes that have low stamina. It saves them, like Stalker, Cleopatra, even like good ones like that that happen to have low stamina. Adrenal Boost is gonna save those classes. However, Energy Cell, even the classes that have low energy, it does help them with the energy. However, it affects, like it makes that it takes longer for you to recover from the energy, you know. So that's a problem. So it's a good thing for one side because it gives more energy. However, the fact that it causes your energy to take longer to recover is a problem in my opinion. I think that energy cell should just increase your energy, but it shouldn't like increase the time for it to recover from that energy. You know, because I mean, it costs 4 points. So yeah, I mean, it should just be like a positive. It shouldn't have like this negative, you know. Next one, Fast Hands. Probably like B. If you are someone that uses key bindings, this perk can help you to be able to do combos between weapons faster, change between weapons faster, and that's a good way for you to keep the damage per second high as the Predator. Let's say, usually with the combo stick, you throw the combo stick and you try to change to another weapon fast. It can be either the pistol, the bow, or the alpha sickle, so you can keep damage the fighting, you know? Keep always having like a good weapon at hand, because usually when you throw the combo stick, if you don't have a key binding to switch to another weapon, you're gonna switch to the wrist blades, and that's not a good weapon to use. So, and with the fast hand, that's gonna be faster. But I think that with the key bindings alone, you can already change fast enough, and they're just better options. Like you don't need to be able to switch that fast between two weapons. Like I think that they're just better options to use than fast hands. Next one, Fearless. I would say Fearless is gonna be on B, just because on how good this is in a specific build. Like if you're using Amazon Ghost with the Alpha Sickle or the Hook, if you put Fearless on it, you can just do more damage and it can be good. You can down people faster, and it just helps like with damage. Damage is pretty much everything in this game. This game is pretty much like a fight to who can out damage the other side first, like most games. But this game is like more significant because of how fast paced this game is, so it makes even more of a difference. So more damage is always good, but since melee is not really the best approach, that's why it's not gonna be like higher like downrange. Downrange is better because ranged weapons are safer to use. While with Fearless, sure, it can help you try to get someone down faster with melee, but melee is overall more risky in this game. So I would say it's more of a thing that you do when there are like only less fighting players remaining. Next perk, the Hanging. I think this is one that extended the second wind bar. Like D tier, I mean, you don't want to go second in the first place, and there's better options. Like your second wind bar lasts longer. That's okay. But like, there's just better ways to counter this, your second wind moment. It's better just use medics so you can heal faster than having something that extends your bar. Like, and if you are playing against fighters that really can do a lot of damage and snipe you, or you're trying to get away with the second wind, I don't think this really helps you much. Like, to be honest, it can help you like get away, but it won't really assist you in fighting the fighting. It just can help you like just not die so fast, or like it just gives you like a few more seconds to run in second wind. But like you don't want to go in second wind in the first place unless you're trading for a kill. But again, there's like better stuff that you can use to prevent getting killed in second wind than this perk. Next one, Heated. It's like okay, maybe D-tier, because more energy is a big thing for the Predator in this game. I also like the band. I'm gonna already put these two here. One decreases the cost of cloak, the other one decreases the clock for thermal. They only cost 1 point. That's why I'm putting them here. It does help. Like if you only have like 1 point left, let's say you're gonna use like Scar with Little Lance and downrange together, so you can maximize plasma usage. There you only have 1 point left, so you might as well use one of these so you can have a little bit less energy drain. But they don't really make that much difference, so that's why I'm gonna be putting it here. Next one, High Advantage. I think that is gonna be like around B. It can be good, less damage in the trees, especially if you're gonna go for a Little Lens build. However, 25% is just not enough. Like the fighting damage is so high in this game that if you have a good thing shooting you, it won't make that much difference. I mean, I would say maybe like B+. I mean, I think it's better than this one's. But it's like better when you can stack this with Impenetrable, which I'm also gonna put Impenetrable in like B+. Impenetrable and High Advantage, they're very good, but mainly together. But then again, they cost more points, so is more like a limiting factor, you know. So High Advantage costs 5 points, which is a lot. So you won't be able to, like, your last 2 perks are gonna be more limited which ones you can use because of this, depending on the Predator class that you're using. So they can only be used in a class that has a lot of perk points. So same thing with Impenetrable. Impenetrable costs 6 points. So if you want to use these two together, which they do make a difference together, because Impenetrable decreases 20% damage from bullet-based weapons, and High Advantage decreases 25% from all sources. So when you use those two together against bullets, you're gonna have a 45% damage reduction, which can be very good. Can be very good for sure. But it's gonna cost you like 11 points. So because of this, you're only gonna work in certain classes, like specific, like maybe like Wolf. I would only use this perk combination, or like Wolf or Scout, because they have 15 perk points. Or maybe Amazon. I also tried this with the Amazon. I actually think well, just because of the amount of points that they cost, and like they're only good on their own. So I think I'm gonna keep them on just on B. They're gonna be on B. I mean, together they can. If those two are together, they can be even like in A tier because of how much of a difference they make. But since I'm judging the perks on their own, they're gonna be like on B. They have to be on B tier. Next one, Impatient. Actually, Impatient has become more useful now, specifically because on the last patch, they decreased the amount of time that it takes to recover from the second wind. So now Predator classes, except the Berserker, I don't know why, I think it's probably a mistake. Berserker, another reason why Berserker is the worst class in the game. It's the only class that still takes 5 minutes to recover from the second wind. So your second wind bar is gonna take 5 minutes on the Berserker. In the other classes, like around like 3 minutes now. And if you put Impatient, it's gonna be 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So in certain classes, if you have more like perk points to spare, it can be good. Like I used this on the Amazon, and it makes a difference because you can recover your second wind in just 2 minutes, like a little bit more than 2 minutes. So this can be good, but it costs 5 points, so you won't be able to use this on every class, and still like a little bit overrated. I mean, I think that it doesn't really make that much difference. I would say specifically on the Amazon build that I made, it can be good, but in most classes, like, don't use this. It's not worth it. They're just bad options. But I placed this on B tier just because of that. Now the second wind recharge it takes less time now. I'm gonna place this on B tier. But like I would say like only on the Amazon is mainly good. In other classes that have especially the ones that have less perk points, 5 points on this is not worth it. It's just better to use the S tier ones. Speaking of S tier, next S tier perk, Large Punch. It gives you more gear, or like two more gear on every single gear that you carry. So 2 more medikits, 2 more traps, 2 more motion detectors or audio decoys if you want. So having 2 more traps can help you a lot, because sometimes a trap can give you an easy kill. And also the medikits, mainly the medikits. Having 4 medikits can save your life in certain matches, so you don't have to always rely on pigs. Makes a lot of difference. I definitely S tier. Long Jump. I would say probably on C tier. It helps you get away, like you can jump away. It's good for running, but it doesn't really help you kill the fighting. To be honest, I think that the leap just It's like too much. I'm not. I think feel like the normal leap is already like good enough for distance. I think that the long jump actually can get in your way. Sometimes so you like where you want to leap. You know, I don't know. I just don't think it's useful. It can be fun. It can be like a fun perk, but it's just I don't know. Just not. It doesn't. The predators don't need to. They don't need to like leap that far away. You know, it's not necessary in my opinion. Medic S tier. Healing faster, specifically when you have this together with large pounds, this can be make a huge difference because you have 4 medikits which can heal at a faster race, and it's useful because you can heal faster, which allows you to always keep a pressure in the fight. It doesn't take you long to be able to come back to the fight. You know, between each fight, you can keep a pressure in the fighting because you can recover faster from the fight. So you fight the fighting, you heal faster, recovering, and then don't give them a break. Also good to prevent people that try to chase you down if you're low in HP and the fighting wants to chase you and to prevent you from healing. If you can use the medic perk, you can heal faster, so you can heal before the fighting can reach your location and try to kill you. So useful. Modify reserve. Probably A tier, just because of the low perk cost. Gives you like a buff to your energy recovery. And it only costs 2 points. So like usually this is one of the perks that you want to use. If you only have like 2 points left, Modify reserve for sure it's a good option. Just especially now because of the energy nerf. Especially now, yeah, I could place this on B tier, but because of the energy nerf, this perk might have become more necessary now. Observant. It can be annoying people that are modded, so you can be able to find them. I would place like maybe probably on D tier. It's better to just use Tracker. If you're having trouble finding fighting players, just use Tracker. I think the Observant is just like whatever. You can see the footprints of modded fighting players, but they're just better ways to track the fighting. Like, I don't think it makes so much difference. Protection, A tier. Only 2 points and you're not gonna lose your mask. Probably not. Like, it's gonna increase the HP of your mask by like 6 or 7 times. Especially in night maps, it's a must. Like, sometimes it's like a must. You don't want to lose your mask, especially now. Especially in night maps. Prevents you from losing your mask. The XP perk, like F tier, like you get more XP, but it doesn't really give you anything, so it's like whatever, shit. You want that increases the sound bubbles for the fighting, maybe like D, or it's gonna be D or F. Like it can help you like locate fighting players a little bit better, but still like I don't think it's much. Trapper, Trapper can be like maybe it's much more situational. You have to. It's only gonna be good when you're using traps or netguns. So in classes that you don't have that, won't make a difference. Maybe like C. It's just too situational. It can be like C or B. If you're really good with traps, like usually gonna guarantee you a kill. If someone gets trapped and you have Trapper, they're not getting away. But it's just like relies too much on the traps, too much on having the traps work. So that's what I'm gonna put in there. Iron Sight. Maybe like B tier. It work better when you stack this with the Impenetrable High Advantage, melee Impenetrable. But since he has a lower perk cost, I can put this on like B tier. So it's around this. I think that's around it. This is like around how the perks are. There like certain perks. Maybe I think that B and C. They can like you can trade one for the other. Like some here you can trade one for the other. But I think that like the ones at the top, S, A, and F, they are like pretty much like I think most people are gonna agree with this. Or yeah, also D and F. It's just that at the ones in B and C, I think that people might have some different opinions, and that's like okay, you can trade some of them. Like B and C are the ones that are like they're all around the same level, depending on the situation, depending on the situation, the predator class that you're using, the build, the amount of perks they have. Like it can be one or the other, but I think that's overall like how I'm ranking the predator perks in this game.